Okay, so you want to start a business, you want to start creating content, but you're just not too sure what kind of content to create. I've got you. If you're new here, hello, my name is Jasmine, and I'm so glad to have you. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to choose what kind of content to create. So not only can you be successful, but you can be consistent. All right. Now, you cannot control the algorithm. That's one thing that I cannot stress enough. And this is coming from someone who's been doing this full time for 6 years. I started during COVID. And you cannot control the algorithm. The algorithm is always changing. And if you chase the algorithm, if you chase views, if you chase virality, you will always find yourself burnt out. And that's no fun, okay? When it comes to choosing what kind of content to create, I want you to create content in something that you actually have a passion for, something that you could find yourself talking about all day, every day, something that you never get tired of. Now, of course, you're going to have days where you may not feel like it, but for the most part, you love the type of content you create because that's what's going to allow you to do this for an extremely long period of time. Nothing online is fast, okay? So when people are like, oh, make fast money, that's a bold-faced lie. Online money is not fast, and you need to be consistent in order to get it done. But it's going to be so hard to be consistent, damn near impossible to be consistent if you're creating content in something that you don't have a passion for. I want you to create content in something that is true to your spirit, and the right audience will find you, okay? You are not chasing trends. You are not chasing views. You are not chasing virality. The audience who's meant to find you will find you because you are consistent. And when you create content in something that you have a passion for, it's easier to show up even if you're not getting views, even if you're not getting sales, even if no one's commenting, because it's something that you actually like to do, okay? Now, I'm not gonna lie, there have been plenty of times in my content creation journey where I chased virality, right? Where I was making content to appease others so I could get more views and hopefully try to make more money. First of all, views does not equal dollars, okay? That's number one, especially when it comes to like Instagram and TikTok. Those platforms, I don't even think TikTok pays creators anymore. I think they got rid of the creator fund months ago. Instagram barely pays anything, okay? Like barely. If you're looking for a platform that's really gonna pay you, definitely YouTube, definitely Facebook. But I used to try to chase trends on Instagram thinking that I could make more money if I went viral. But that didn't really equate to anything. And then on top of that, me trying to chase trends, I couldn't even create the content that I wanted to create because I was trying to create something that would go viral just to go through this mental gymnastics of is this gonna go viral or not? Just for it to not go viral, then I get disappointed and irritated because it didn't go viral and now I'm ready to give up. That's not fun. I used to do the same thing with TikTok Live. So when I would go on TikTok Live, when I first started going on TikTok Live, I would try to go live during times that I felt like I would get more viewers on the live and then hopefully make more sales on the live. And that got extremely toxic because no matter what time I went live, it wasn't consistent as far as how many people would view. And then the times in which I was trying to do it wasn't even conducive with who I am as a person. I'm a morning person. I love to do everything first thing in the morning. I love to be done with work by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon tops, okay? But because I was trying to chase views on TikTok Live, sometimes I would be on live at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 o'clock in the evening. And by that time, I am tired. I am exhausted. Like I'm ready to go to bed. But because I was doing it because of what the algorithm was trying to get me to do, or at least what I thought the algorithm wanted me to do, it wasn't something that I could sustain. It was actually something that I became very resentful of. So what I decided to start doing is going live when it works best for me. And the people who are meant to see my lives, those are the people who will watch. The people who are meant to watch my videos, those are the people that the videos will find. Stop chasing things that are out of your control, okay? You cannot control how many people click on your video. You cannot control how many impressions you get. You cannot control how long people watch to the end of the video. You can do things to increase the likelihood, sure. Like you can make better thumbnails, you can make better titles, you can make sure or try your best to make sure that your video stays interesting throughout the entirety of the video so that people do stick around. But at the end of the day, you really can't control it. You have no control over that, but you do have control over you. You do have control over you. You have control over your consistency. So the more you show up, the more likely you are to find an audience who will enjoy your videos, who will watch every video from beginning to end, who will resonate with your content, and who will subscribe and who will purchase something from you in the future. So stop chasing trends. And I know that it can be hard to do, especially if you are comparing your content to someone else's. And again, I used to be guilty of this too. So I would watch other people's stuff and I'd be like, wow, well, they're doing that and they're getting 100,000 views. So let me go ahead and do this too. And then I do it. And one, it's not even really something that I wanted to do. But then two, when I do it, I don't even get a fraction of those views. It's frustrating and it's going to make you burn out. It had got to a point where I resented making content. So take it from someone who's been there and who has done that. It is so much easier. This is by far the most consistent I've been with creating content in a long time. Okay, and like I said, I've been doing this for 6 years. And the reason why I'm able to be so consistent with it now, not because I've been doing it for a long time, but because I finally respected the fact and accepted the fact that I cannot control the algorithm. I cannot I'm not Facebook. I'm not Instagram. I am not YouTube. I am not TikTok. I am Jasmine. And the only thing that Jasmine can do is be Jasmine. Jasmine can be consistent. Jasmine can add value. Jasmine can hit record on these videos. Jasmine can show up every day. But Jasmine cannot determine anything else. Whoever is meant to find my content will find it. And whoever is not, they won't. And since I've accepted that, I've also become detached to the outcome. That's something else I had to learn. I learned this within the past almost 2 years now. A lot of times, at least for myself, when you're extremely ambitious, you have this big goal, right? You have this vision of what you want your life to look like, and it's different for everybody, right? But you have to detach yourself from the outcome. You cannot be so obsessed with the end result that how do I put it? Okay. You can't control when it's going to happen. You can't control when you're going to get your breakthrough. You can't control when you will make 100,000 a month, whatever the goal is, right? You can't control when it will happen. The only thing you can control are the things that you need to do in order for it to happen eventually. Okay, so showing up every day, right? Posting, talking about your products, stuff like that. Those are the things that you can control, but you can't control when it's going to happen. The quicker you can understand that, the quicker you can detach yourself from the outcome and just know that as long as you show up every day, you are building the stepping stones to eventually get you to that goal that you have, whatever that is. Stop obsessing over the end result and instead obsess over becoming the version of yourself that you have to become in order to achieve those things. See, a lot of times we'll say things like, well, I want to make 10,000 a month. Okay, but the version of you today isn't capable of making 10,000 a month because you're inconsistent as hell. The version of you that you are today, you aren't capable of making 10,000 a month because you're still insecure as hell. How can you make 10,000 a month when you lack discipline? The minute someone calls you and tells you, let's go out, let's do this, you just drop the plans that you had of working on your business, all that went right out the window. How can you make 10,000 a month, if you're second guessing every single thing that you do and you won't just hit record or you won't just hit upload? You can't. So those are the things that you have to fix within you in order to become the version of yourself that can make 10,000 a month. And again, stop chasing the algorithm. Stop chasing trends. Views do not equal dollars. Not on Instagram, not on TikTok. And it's crazy because those are the platforms that people focus on so much. And I never understood that. Why do people spend so much time focusing on building their Instagram and building their TikTok when those aren't even the platforms that pay the most? Rarely do I hear people say, okay, I'm going to start my YouTube channel. Most people hop on TikTok, and that's the craziest thing. TikTok is the least platform that's going to pay you. If you're going to choose between TikTok and Instagram, you better choose Instagram. But people will jump on TikTok But TikTok, that is not your most valuable platform, like at all. People on TikTok, they just want to scroll. People on TikTok aren't really sitting there looking to be motivated for longer than like 3 seconds, okay? YouTube is where you build real connection. YouTube is where you build an authentic audience who's going to follow you for years. Not TikTok. Half the time when you scroll on TikTok, you don't even know the creator's name that you're watching. There's no trust built on TikTok because it's such quick pace, but for some reason people are so focused on building a TikTok. And the reason why, I believe, is because it's just the easiest. TikTok is the easiest platform to grow. That's why people love easy. People love easy, but it's crazy because easy is not what gets you the results that you want. YouTube is hard. That's because you got to make longer videos. That's why YouTube is hard. But TikTok is not where the money is. YouTube is. But in order to be successful on any platform, regardless of what platform you choose to build, don't chase the algorithm. Create content in something that is true to who you are, something that you love, that you could show up for every single day and not feel irritated, not feel resentment towards it. And I promise you, if you run it like that, you will be able to sustain for years, even when things aren't going your way, even when you feel like giving up, all because you chose something that you truly, truly, truly have a passion for. I hope this video helps. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Also, you guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you join the Patreon. The link is down below in the description. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.